Welcome back to another week of the Pro Football's Weekly Top 5, Week 13 edition. And we're going to open up here in beautiful Baltimore, Maryland, for this barn burner of a game between the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens. Let's see what we're looking at here. Beautiful. Both teams don't get 300 yards. It's just delightful. Sadly, Lamar Jackson gets injured. Looks like he's week to week. So that's going to play into the rest of their season. But Huntley holds it down. Man, they really have. They just went with like a lesser carbon copy with Lamar Jackson. Like, it's a good idea. Like, can you imagine the Ravens if, they had like Joe Flacco as their backup? Because that's the only person I can think about playing quarterback for the Ravens except Lamar Jackson. It would just be really odd, to have like running this offense that you run for all the players, and then you have a quarterback who can't run after that. So it's good. And Huntley pulled it out. Finally, look at that. This game was just a whole lot of nothing. A classic Denver Broncos game. Russell Wilson doing his thing. He'd make one beautiful pass. Beautiful pass, Jerry Jeudy. Real deep. And then they just kind of fuss around a little bit. 2 for 12 on third down. 3 for 13 on third down. Seriously, you just didn't get anywhere on third down. Where you sacked on second down every time. And then it finally ended up with a nice, beautiful drive for the win. Huntley ran it in himself. Only touchdown of the game. Waited until the fourth quarter. Took it. And then Wilson does it with his legs. 2 rushes for 21 yards. Gets them into kind of field goal range. I guess 20-22 field goal range. And McManus lines up for a 63. Kicks it shy. And the Broncos lose another game in the way that the Broncos lose games. I mean, they got their game. The Broncos got everything they wanted. I mean, you don't want people to get hurt, but Lamar Jackson goes out. Now it's, all right, let's do it. Low scoring. And the Ravens have had a couple of these. They had that one game, It was 3-3 all the way into the fourth quarter, and then I think they scored 2 quick touchdowns and won the game. But what is going on? And I just sit here again. Week 13, broken record. What is this Denver team? How did they get worse with Russell Wilson? Would they have been better this year with... I can't even remember his name. Can't remember his name because he got buried on the depth chart behind the great Geno Smith. Drew Lock. I don't think they would have. I think the coaching choice was bad. And I'll give my thoughts a little. Broncos fans, you got a chance. I promise you. I think a better coach. Russell Wilson does not look good, but I think a better coach can pull this team together. Not good. Sorry, Russell Wilson will never be good. Won't be great. He might be good. He might be able to pull it back. Maybe. I don't know. But you're married to him. You can't just cut a guy with $150 million in dead cap and be like, all right, well, just move on. I know we gave away multiple first-round picks, and you have to at least try another year. Just try a different coach. You got other good players, and you have a great defense. So you might as well just gear up and attempt one more time. So go for it. Maybe there's something to look forward to in the future. I don't know. He took a nice hit. He took that good run. Something to be excited about. He had that deep ball. The worse they get, the better pick the Seahawks get. Yeah. Sorry, I completely forgot about that. Even though I just said it, I was gonna say, well, at least you're gonna have at least the Seahawks are going to have a good draft pick from you. Good job, Broncos. As for the Ravens, week to week, not good. And will the Ravens pay him? These are other big details. They ended up, now they're, 8-4. They're still ahead of the division, but the Bengals are getting all the love right now. And I think that they're going to have another game coming up here. Oh, they're going to end the season. That's a wonderful game. I think even with Huntley, they could probably take one from the Steelers and maybe not the Browns, depending on how good Watson starts looking. But the Ravens still have a really good shot with 2 games against the Steelers, game against the Falcons, especially if Lamar comes back, to be able to still set themselves up for a win over the Bengals to finish the year out and maybe still take the division. But I don't know. It really depends on how long Jackson's gone by. Maybe they can get away with a win over the Steelers. But this game was just, I don't know. It's the reason it's number 5, even though the end was wild. It was great. Huntley did it. And what's-his-name did it, too. You know, they even got in for a field goal, kind of. But it ended in classic Broncos games fashion. How many more games are you going to watch where a team won't score a touchdown? It was the last time they scored a touchdown. They scored a touchdown last week. They better have. Or else it's like, what are you doing? They did, but they lost to the Panthers. That's ridiculous. Either way, we're going to go on.